Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my review on the new Real Techniques Bold Metals brush collection. And if you guys are not familiar with Real Techniques, it is a brand created by Sam and Nick Chapman. Their YouTube channel is called Pixie Woo. You have to check out their videos. They are awesome. They're so talented. They're funny. They're cool. Gotta check them out. And they do have their regular brush collection, which they came out with several years ago. And the brushes look like this. I have this one. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've had to see these at Ulta, Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond. They look like this, and these are a huge, huge success. I love these brushes, and I actually did a whole video on my absolute favorite Real Techniques brushes, and that video will be linked down below in the description box if you're interested. So anyway, they did come out with a new luxury line of brushes, and I know a lot of people were freaking out because their regular line is pretty affordable, and they're really nice. They come in sets, super affordable, and great quality. So when they came out with this new collection and they saw, a lot of people saw the prices, they were like, whoa, 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 why are these so expensive? Well, I think it's an awesome idea that they came out with a luxury line because with like different brands and stuff, they come out with different types of lines. I feel like it kind of made Real Techniques a little bit more diverse. If you want kind of the basic affordable brushes, which are awesome, then they have them. But if you want to get a little fancy, they just came out with these really pretty new luxurious brushes. So I really like them a lot. I love the packaging, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But okay, once you go on, I bought my brushes with my own money. I got it off of Ulta.com, and I got them in the mail. They come in these plastic little packages. I really like them, and they have the brush inside, and then everything about the brush is on the back. You have a little biography of Sam and Nick, and I don't know. I do like the packaging. It might be a little bit too chunky and a lot of plastic, but that's kind of coming from an environmentalist point of view. But other than that, I don't know. I do like it, I have to say. On to the actual brushes. This packaging. Can we just take a moment to just look at them and stare at how beautiful they are? These are by far the prettiest brushes that I own, and I have a lot of brushes. I have ones from Sigma, Sonia Kashuk, the other ones by Real Techniques, a ton of brushes, but these are just by far gorgeous. So as far as the handle goes, this part up here is metal, which keeps in the hairs. They're not only glued in, but they're also sewn in. And I've washed these brushes twice since I got them, and they haven't shed whatsoever. They also haven't changed shape whatsoever, which is awesome, because sometimes I'll buy brushes, wash them, and then their shape has totally changed. I'm just like, what? I know I didn't buy this brush. Anyway, so this part is metal, and then it has RT in the front for Real Techniques, and then in the back it's 301, which is the number of the brush. And then this part here is plastic, but you really can't tell. It's not a cheap plastic. It feels really luxurious. Really luxurious, and the brush is not round either. So when you put it on a table or whatnot, like right here, it's not going to roll off. You guys can't even see it. It's not going to roll off. It has edges to it, which I think is a really, really great idea. Also, my brushes right now are dirty, but in the little demo clips that I'm going to be putting in, you'll be able to see that for the bristles, it has a little ombre effect. Guys, I can't talk, you guys already know this, but towards the bottom of the brush, like this is a gold one, it has like a little gold, kind of dark yellow little tint, and then it goes straight to white. Same thing with the rose gold brushes. It has like a little rosy color here, and then it goes to white. Anyway, as far as the bristles go, these are so soft. If you thought their old brushes were really soft, you have to try these. They're all synthetic. They are extremely, extremely soft. The quality is absolutely amazing. I'm so impressed with these brushes, but at the same time, like, it's from Real Techniques, like, I don't expect anything less of them. So now I'm just going to get into each individual brush that I got. They have 3 different types of brushes. The gold handles are the base brushes, the rose gold are the finishing brushes, and then the silver are the eye brushes. I'll start off with the one base brush that I got. This is called, and I'm going to get my little packaging out so that I can tell you guys, this is the 100 Arced Powder Brush, and it says here, the domed cut sweeps perfectly across the face for flawless application of pressed or loose powders. This is what the brush looks like. It's tapered, it's fluffy, but it's also kind of flat at the same time. Can you guys see that? Personally, I don't like this brush for powder. I feel like I don't don't know, this, if you like powder brushes, if you just like to kind of dab it in like this, and if you like more of a flat powder brush, I think you would love this. For me, I love this huge fluffy brush by Real Techniques because I like going like this and then lightly just kind of swirling it in as well. With this brush, I feel like I can't really do that. I feel like if I were to swirl like this, it would kind of move my foundation around. But I mean, you can definitely set your makeup with this. Absolutely. I think it will do it really well. It's just my preference. I like big fluffy brushes. I actually like to use this for blush. As you can see, it's kind of red. I love really fluffy brushes for blush. I like to just take some blush, dab it on my cheeks like that, and then lightly blend out, and it works really well for blush. So even though this is a base like powder brush, you can definitely use it for blush as well. That's what I prefer it for, not so much powder. Okay, then I have two of the finishing brushes. The first one is the blush brush. Let me get my little packaging here. Tapered blush. It's the 300 tapered blush, and it says here, specially designed tip highlights and sculpts across cheeks for seamless finish. This is a very small, dense blush brush, and it's very precise as well. It's a little bit tapered, and I personally, like I said before, like fluffy blush brushes, so this one, I liked the thought of it, but it's not my favorite blush brush. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but I have to say that if you want a precise application of blush, holy crap, this is your brush. Because what I like to do with this, if I'm going to use this for blush, take a little bit, because it's so dense, you cannot apply too much on the brush, or else you're going to literally just have, bam, blush right there, like a patch of blush. Not going to look cute. Take a little bit at a time, and I just lightly go from the back up to the front, just like brushing it on like this. I used it today for my blush, and I really do like it, but sometimes I just want just more of a like fluffier brush, kind of something that also blends the blush out at the same time as I apply it. If you have trouble with just getting your blush exactly where you want it, then this is a good brush for you, because you kind of just put it on and you don't have to worry about going super duper crazy. I like this also for setting my under eyes right here, because it's so little. I just lightly dab it in, right like this, and you're fine. It's really good for setting your chin and also your forehead. So I can't complain about this brush. Not my favorite blush brush, but it's definitely a good brush. It's definitely a good brush, and it's worth it if you want a new blush brush. If you like smaller, precise blush brushes. If you like fluffy ones, then I don't think you should pick that up. Okay, on to the other finishing brush that I have. This is the contour brush. Let's see. 301 Flat Contour. A dense head creates shadows and highlights on targeted areas of face to play up favorite features. This was the only one that I was kind of worried about, just because I don't really, or at least I didn't think I liked flat contour brushes. I have fallen in love with this brush. I used it today to contour. It just adds, it's just perfect, honestly. I thought I was just going to have a contour, but what I like about this is even though it's so dense and so flat, excuse me, I keep burping, you apply it right here, you know, as if you were going to contour, but it blends out your contour at the same time, so you don't get a really crazy straight line intense contour. I mean, obviously you could, but if you just go like this, it blends the contour out at the same time, so it's not harsh, it's not too harsh. So that's kind of what I was worried about. I thought, okay, I'm just going to have this super strict, harsh line, and it's just going to look ridiculous, but you take a little bit of the color and you just start buffing in right where the hollows of your cheeks are, buff it in, and it just looks really nice. And what I like to do, just in case it gets a little too crazy, which it hasn't, I just like to take the Sephora contour brush and lightly blend out the line, and then you're good to go. You don't have to use this, but it does help blend out the line if you're having some issues. I was telling my sister that this might be a good foundation brush to kind of like brush on, maybe get in little areas, like right in between your eyebrows, or maybe even for concealer, but pretty much this is just a good contour brush. The last brush that I have to share with you guys is the 201 Pointed Crease brush, and it says here, densely packed tapered bristles, apply eyeshadow for a smoky effect. Now, this is the only brush that I kind of regret buying, and I should have known because even the regular line of brushes by Real Techniques, their eye brushes are just so large, and that's kind of my issue with this one. It has a really like nice point, don't get me wrong, but it kind of, like if I wanted to just put a crease color right here super precisely in my crease, because this is so fat, it would end up on my lid, it would end up going too far. So I'm not a huge fan of this brush. It is nice, but it's just, I don't know, I would probably end up using this to highlight right underneath my eyebrow, or maybe even use it for concealer, like right underneath your nose or like right on blemishes. But as far as like just putting it in the crease, it's just a little bit too big for me, and like I said, I should have known. A lot of their eye brushes are really large. But the quality is amazing. If you like crease brushes like this and you have bigger eyes, then absolutely go for it. But for me, because I have small eyes, it's just not happening. Overall, I really do like these brushes. They are a little pricey, but just look at them, guys. They are gorgeous, gorgeous brushes. None of them are over $30, and they are beautiful. They are the prettiest brushes that I own. I paid $50 for this Sephora brush, and these poop all over this brush. They are absolutely gorgeous. But even though for some of them, like I'm not going to use this so much for powder, but I'm going to use it for blush. And for this one, I'm not going to use it for blush. I might use it to set my under eyes. Even though I'm really not using them what they're made for, I'm still going to use the brushes. Quality is absolutely amazing, and I know I've said that 10 million times, but I can't say it enough. The quality is awesome, and I keep referencing the Sephora brush, but I paid $50 for this, and it keeps shedding. I've washed it so many times and it constantly sheds, and I love the shape of this brush, but I mean, it's 50 bucks. These are $25, $23, $15 or whatnot. No shedding. They're just really good quality brushes, and I don't expect anything less of Real Techniques because they do have awesome, awesome brushes. So I think that's all I pretty much wanted to cover. This is my only disappointment, but you know, what are you gonna do? I love Real Techniques. I don't mind supporting them. I'm gonna keep the brush, and I honestly would buy duplicates just so I could kind of display them in a little jar or something. Somebody's at my door. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I will see you in my next one. Bye.